Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Alright, so I didn't do any off-camera work last time. I just got busy with other things. So that's still the same. Finished this. Still need to do the courtyard. That little area over there. The dock. And then figure out what to do around here. Finishing up this area is probably going to be the most difficult part, but we'll see what I'm able to get done. Hopefully I'm able to make it work somehow. But hello, stars. Glad to see you in the stream. So, what I'll start out here is with a fountain. We will do polished andesite for it. Where's my walls? I could have sworn there was polished andesite walls. So this is going to be the center. And then we'll... It's 1 block too long. Let's back it up by 1. Make it a slightly larger. Anyway, stars, how have you been? Did you have a good weekend? Actually, do it like that. No, it needs to be 2. I do not have that issue here where I'm at. Okay, let me expand this a little bit more. Just make it 5. It is currently very sunny and pretty warm. Fair enough. What do you think of this fountain design? You think it looks good? I'd imagine so. Well, that's the idea. It was a pretty good weekend. Didn't really do all that much. I had that one stream on Saturday, and then Sunday I just watched football all day. So it was pretty nice. Okay, so that's the fountain done. This is too wide. Okay, I'll make the bench. Or should I make a blackstone bench? Ooh. Is there a... No, there's not really a dark trap door, though. Shelves. No. Okay, we'll just go spruce. I think I'll use shelves for this design. First time doing it. So that's the middle. Hey, Desert. Welcome to the chat. Thanks. Hey, that looks cool. I wonder if I do how this would look. What do you think, chat? Does that work? That's a bit flat, isn't it? I mean, it's a bench, so maybe make it a little bit smaller. How's that? I think we'll roll with that. And then rotate 90. Glad to see it, Desert. Glad you like it. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to have the benches. I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to do like a little archery range, since this is like a blacksmith sort of spot. But for the time being, I'm going to work on other stuff. And then same here, same over here, but I'm only gonna paste one because there's not enough room for the other. Put one right over here, I think.
Right now, a pop.
And then there's just not really a whole lot of room over here, so I think we'll do something else for this spot. And then I'm gonna have like a little, what do you call it, like a sort of small guarding area over here. Have it from here, just like roughly the center. Is that like roughly the center? 13. 14. Yeah, I think that's fine where it is. Doesn't need to be exact center. And we'll have ice. Do dark shelves. See. Yeah, shelves works a lot better than trapdoors. And then what sort of like bush or flower should I do? Why'd my music stop? What do you guys think, chat? Should I do like sweet berry bushes? See how that looks.
The new iPhone 17.
What do you guys think? Does that work? Ideally, I wanted to... like 70%. All right. Um, and then let me... What's another plant I could use over here? Yeah, that looks kind of cool. There we go. What else should I add? That spot. Let me work over here real quick. So, hay. dark, and then pumpkin. Compost. Let me grab a trapdoor. And then another trapdoor.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Let's see. What heads do I have available? Like a bucket right there. What else should I add, chat? Still feels a little empty. Yeah, I'm gonna add some snow. But like any other like stuff I should add before that? Hay bales? Question is, where should I put it? I mean, I've been putting basically everything over here, so I think that could work. Right. Okay. I want to add something over here, but I don't know what. Like, specifically this spot feels empty. And maybe, like, by that door? Okay, maybe I add like some more of these trees right beside that door. Okay, that looks better. Do I... No, I don't want to do the exact same over there. I want to do something else. Chat, any ideas? Guess I could do the same thing I did over here. Maybe with stone bricks instead.
This holiday variety.
Yeah, we'll roll with that. Alright, now I'm going to add some snow patches.
This is how.
Alright, hopefully this stream doesn't last too long because I have just been told a lot of plans. Okay. That's all the snow I'm going to place down over there. This is going to be fairly simple on this side. We'll make like a secret little spot over here. And then maybe like shelves over here. And then what are some other functional blocks I could use? Maybe a loom. Note blocks. What else? A little bit of scaffolding. All right, I feel like that makes some sense. And then little bits of snow. There we go. And that's that little section done. I just ran into a tower. Alright, so that's done. Now it's time to figure out the dock area. Should also be pretty simple. Just put some barrels around. Do a lot of what I've been doing so far. Instead of looms, though, we'll do chests. So I'll make like actually what I do need to do let me remove the G mask real quick, and then let me create like a, what do you call it? Like a, I can't think, like a lamp. What's a good base block I could use? Maybe tough, spruce, lanterns. Street light. Yeah. Something like that. Is this... Okay. And then let me get rid of this right here. How many blocks should I do it? I think every 5th one I'll do one. So I'll put the next one right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. And I'm only going to do it on the one side. We'll do it on the sides here. How am I going to do those, though? Okay, let me rotate 90. Okay. Other way. Oh, these don't line up for some reason. Why? Yes, it is really intense. Why doesn't this line up? This sucks. What do I do about this? Okay. No, that wouldn't work. How can I fix this? I don't know. I give up.
I'm back. I'm back.
We'll just ignore it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, until I get to this spot at least. And then I'll do it on the insides of that. So right over here. And then flip. There we go. That is the street lamps. I'm also going to adjust that building's design in a moment. But for now, let me... campfires is something I forgot to do. Let's add some of those at certain spots. Yeah. But it's not something I'm going to do for this. I'll add hay, bales a little bit later.
You know what I miss most about?
I could create a cart design real quick. I'll do that a bit later. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Hussein. I over-edited that tutorial and it's made it very difficult to follow. That's something I might remake in the future, but it's just going to take a lot of effort to do that, and I currently just don't have the time nor the motivation to do it. Hey, glad you like my builds. But believe me, I see all the comments that say this tutorial sucks, and to be honest, I do kind of agree. It is also not very survival friendly because I use multiple debugged blocks there. So if you're trying to build it in survival, you're not going to get it exactly how it is, no matter what you do. But I'll give you a tip. Follow the blueprints in the second video. Those are 100% accurate to the final build. Even if in the video it shows something a little bit wider, the reason why the first video is so bad was because I used the original replay while I was building, and I forgot to mention that I made a bunch of changes while I was making that build, so it made the whole video confusing. What I might consider doing to make things easier is maybe like stream the entire thing. Stream my entire tutorial making thing so I at least have the VOD so I can explain everything if I screw up the video somehow. That's what I might do next time. But yeah, let me add the G-mask back. Okay, and just some light snow on there. And yeah, I think that is, excuse me, the dock finished. So let me quickly redo this. Spruce. No, what am I doing? I need levers. Quick little door, and then I have no idea why the signs are invisible. I don't know how that happened. Glass and cyan. Interesting. What I might do... There we go. That improved it. Alright, and that is that. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up most of the actual build. Now, the build is done, but now I gotta figure out, like, how to, you know, blend it into the environment a little bit. This backside, I'm not really gonna worry about too much. I might place a tree here and there. That building is way too thin, but I'm not going to fix it. It's kind of a goofy little building. But the tower looks good, so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add like trees, little patches of trees around and some snow underneath. That's what I'm gonna do, and maybe it'll look a little bit better. What I might actually do first is add some rocks. We'll do pink wool for now. What? We'll do 5, 5, 3. Minus, what was it? F?
You know what I miss most?
Undo to Gmask. Those are a little too small. Let's do 10, 10, 5. Okay. And then arrow. Actually, I don't really want to do that arrow. I'm going to leave it rugged, actually. I'm going to leave it rugged. G mask. Pink wool. 200. We'll do 45 degrees. Lime wool.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, and then let me fix up all the lime wool. And then one more thing, after I take care of all the lime wool, is I will fix all the underneath grass. Thing about the angle command is it doesn't really do that great of a job at covering all the angles that well. So as you can see, I'm going to have to manually do a lot of it. Am I planning to do more Victorian builds in the future? If there's popular demand for it, I might. But I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, I might figure something out for my next build yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for my next build. Then when I'm going to do my next build, that is. My little winter break from my job is not going to last much longer. So I don't really know how much time I'll really have to make my next build. We'll see, we'll see. Actually, what I'll just do, G-mask, assisting, wool, pink, wool. Chat, what are your recommendations that my next build be? Any like particular builds that you have in mind that I could maybe look at and build in the future? Dang, chat got real quiet.
I checked Allstate first.
I don't care about Allstate. I want to see what my chat's saying. That is a great name that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Let me copy paste that into Google. Oh, that's a sick looking castle. That shape is really difficult as well. Phew. I'm definitely not going to be, like, doing an exact recreation of that. But I could do something similar. Oh, you've been there. That's cool. Post pictures in the Discord. I'll take a look at them later. All right. mask, lime wool. We'll do 70% podzol. 15% coarse dirt, 5% rooted dirt, and 5% grass block.